Let's zoom across to the outer reaches of Sydney, where we find the main campus of Macquarie University. It's a country cousin to the top Sydney universities, set in a partial bushland setting, complete with its own lake. The campus is one of the things that attracts students to Macquarie, but there's much more to consider than just that. What about housing, transport, and student life? Are the courses good? We'll answer these questions and more as we investigate this rising university. Macquarie is actually a top 10 university in Australia and is ranked among the top 200 in the world. This is outstanding for a uni founded in 1964 and shows how much has been invested to boost the research profile of academic staff. But it still leaves Macquarie behind two of its Sydney competitors, the University of Sydney and UNSW, and with a similar ranking to UTS. Macquarie is still very popular, attracting close to 45,000 students. That makes it mid-sized to large by Australian standards. It draws most of its students from Sydney's northern and northwestern suburbs. They come mainly to do business, arts, and technology degrees. Almost a quarter are international students. Interestingly, the uni has an almost even gender balance, whereas most Australian universities have a clear male minority. Fewer women attend Macquarie than usual because its programs in education and health are still quite small. Despite a location 16 kilometres from the centre of Sydney, the campus at Macquarie Park is well connected to public transport. Travel is much easier and more efficient than you might expect. The Macquarie University metro station is located right next to the campus, on Wally's Walk, which is the main pedestrian path running through the uni. The metro runs every few minutes to Chatswood, North Sydney, and the Sydney CBD, with fast connections to the wider rail network. As well, buses link the campus to nearby suburbs such as Epping, Eastwood, and Carlingford. Most students travel by public transport because it's quick, reliable, and affordable compared with driving. For those who do bring a car, parking is available but expensive and often fills early in the day. Once you're on campus, it's one of the easiest universities in Sydney to get around, with clear signage and everything located within a short walk. Housing options for students are excellent because of space and the good transport links. On campus, student accommodation is better than at most Sydney universities, with a good number of apartments and residential colleges. You can live in the central courtyard complex right in the middle of campus. The apartments range from studios to shared flats, housing several hundred students within walking distance of everything. Students who choose Dunmore Lang College or Robert Menzies College live in large group residences with around 250 to 300 students each. Meals are provided, and the shared dining halls and events make them lively social places. Nearby student villages and apartment buildings add space for roughly another 1,000 students. Local rental rates are somewhat inflated because of competition from urban professionals. The campus is within the Macquarie Park Innovation District, one of Australia's largest technology hubs, where companies like Optus, Microsoft, and Cochlear employ thousands. Housing demand is further boosted by the massive Macquarie Centre shopping mall, located just across the road from the campus. Many students live a short trip away from campus in peaceful, leafy suburbs such as Marsfield, North Ryde, and Epping. Share houses are common and make life more affordable. With the metro and bus network, students can commute from a fairly wide area and still stay connected to the university. But what is the quality of the education you receive at Macquarie like? Based on surveys of students and graduates, overall course quality is good. There seems to be general agreement that the facilities and resources available to students are excellent. Teaching quality is also well regarded. Most students say lecturers are knowledgeable and the material is well presented. The Student Experience Survey shows teaching practices rated slightly above the national average, with strong results for skills development and peer interaction. Where Macquarie receives more mixed feedback is in administration and student support. Satisfaction with these services is a little below the national average. While most students are satisfied, some encounter problems with slow replies, unresolved enrolment or credit issues, and difficulty getting through to the right person. Systems like iLearn and AskMQ are sometimes described as clunky or unhelpful, with students needing to lodge multiple online requests to solve simple problems. It may be a symptom of Macquarie's ambition. The university is competing with Sydney and UNSW for prestige, pouring resources into research and facilities, but at times overlooking the day-to-day experience of its own students. Instructors, for the most part, are doing a good job. The challenge for Macquarie is to match that quality in how it manages and supports learners administratively. Thanks for making it this far into the video. Hit like or subscribe to receive more info about Australian universities. If you've never been to Australia, let us know your questions in the comments section. Student life at Macquarie is quite social because the campus itself is one of the main meeting places in this part of Sydney. It helps that the campus is compact and has a few common walkways, which means you often bump into people you know. In the Student Experience Survey, peer interaction ratings are among the highest in the country, showing that students tend to make good connections. Much of this comes down to layout and geography. The campus is in Macquarie Park, a commercial and residential district where the university, the shopping mall, and the technology precinct all come together. It's not a nightlife area or a place full of student pubs, so people spend more time socialising around the campus. The sporting scene here is strong. Sports clubs are numerous, ranging from football and volleyball to water polo, fencing, and cheerleading. A gym, pool, and courts are available at the Sport and Aquatic Centre. For many students, joining a sport or fitness program becomes the main social outlet, not only for training and games, but also for weekend events and team nights. Beyond sport, there are around 90 student clubs and societies covering cultural, professional, and recreational interests. When classes end, you can do a lot in the immediate area. On campus, U Bar in the central courtyard hosts trivia nights, live music, and themed events. Across the road, the Macquarie Centre has restaurants, cafes, a cinema, and a bowling alley. A short walk away, the Governor Hotel serves as the main local pub and hosts regular events, while the Ranch Hotel in North Ryde is another reliable option. Weather plays its part too. Being away from the coast, Macquarie has slightly warmer summers and cooler winters, so the atmosphere changes with the seasons. The campus is green and open, so in good weather, students tend to gather outdoors and enjoy the parkland and wildlife. Getting into Macquarie Uni is quite hard in terms of entry standards, but somewhat easier than at UNSW or USyd. The minimum ATAR is 75 for arts, business, and science degrees. That corresponds with about a 50% acceptance rate, meaning you need to be a solid student to gain entry. For international students, admission is based on equivalent qualifications such as A-levels or the International Baccalaureate, with entry standards roughly matching an Australian ATAR of 75. Students who fall just short can apply through Macquarie University College, which offers diploma programs leading straight into second-year study. Going to Macquarie in Sydney gives you a classic Australian university education. You have the opportunity to earn a well-respected degree and build the foundation for your career. There's city life and the bush, with a bit of everything in terms of social life and learning experiences. This is what studying at uni in Australia is all about.